is time to get our hands dirty. I love it. National Baby Back Ribs Day.
We're joined live in studio by Sri Duvall from Salt Creek Grille in Dana Point with some tips on making ribs. Welcome.
Yes,
Great to see you
so
again.
much.
You always come with the goods. So first of all, how do you even select good ribs?
Yeah, so quality is always going to be something that you really want to go with. So the falling off the bone really happens when it's a slow cooking process. So we always there's two different kinds of ribs. You can get the ones that are really meaty and kind of fork and knife, or you can get the falling off the ribs.
I want the falling off the bone.
I know, it's so good. And then you just wiggle the bone out, it's so good. So it really just depends. Look for great quality. You're going to still have that marbling in pork, just like happens with beef, but that it's just really look for that nice thick cut, and then you always want to just make sure the quality is great. That bright pink color is always perfect. And then that's really what you want to look for when you're looking at the deli case or any sort of grocery store. Ribs are pretty readily available and they have great selections, so you'll be able to find a good one.
Well, so then once you get them, you have to prepare them. And I'm looking at the bacon wrapped ribs, like mind blown here. But there are several ways you can prepare ribs. There's not just barbecue sauce and throw them on the grill.
No, so there's so many different ways. And some people get intimidated by ribs, and they really are quite easy to cook, but there's just a couple different ways. So this is a dry rub. So a dry rub is just really a collection of seasonings with a little bit of brown sugar. And what the brown sugar does is it really just starts to break down a little bit of the meat.
Should I put it in?
Yeah, so you can just, that's all measured out. It's
it's all measured.
Perfect, my favorite way.
I tried to make it easy. So
is this for an entire rack?
Yes, so you can do this. So you can go, some people like to go really heavy on the seasoning. Some people just like to go light.
This is sophisticated. This is a lot of stuff.
It's just a collection of things. And so the brown sugar is going to break down the meat. The rest is really going to flavor. This also, if you've ever spoken to or heard or spoke to a grill master, they talk a lot about the bark. So this type of dry rub will create that bark. It's not a burn, it's where the sugar caramelizes. And so it's really, really lovely. So it's really easy. You could do this, and then you can marinate it for 30 minutes up to 4 hours. Or overnight. You really can't over-marinate.
That would be so good. And then you just mix it up?
Yeah, you just mix those all together.
Ooh, fun.
And then do you put the ribs in a Ziploc with this, or how do you?
Yep, you can put them in a Ziploc. You can saran wrap it. You could do whichever. But the great part is these little seasonings here, it can stay up to 6 months. So you kind of make it once. And this is the easy part. So you just take the tongs, you plop it in there, you turn it around, and then you just put it right back in the baking dish.
And it just sticks well enough.
Yeah, it just does really great.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
This is my first time ever doing this.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
And then that will
just
go
pull it
on.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. You're really coating that one.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
It all sticks, and then so it just
do it well.
There you go. You got an A+. A+.
So is this how those ones turn out? Is that...
so this one is actually...
And this is my finished product.
Flash forward 2 hours. So this is where we beer braise it. So you can always do a Mexican lager. You can do a traditional lager. Mexican lager has a little bit more of the aromatic citrus to it. So you just basically coat the bottom of a braising pan or a roasting pan with beer, and then you just cover that.
Oh,
and
easy enough.
It kind of permeates the meat with some really fun, and a lot of moisture too, because you kind of get that beer.
It's like beer can chicken, but in the oven.
Yes, yeah. It's so easy, but it adds a lot of flavor kind of very easily. And then low and slow is the name to roasted. You always want to go if you could go 150 for 10 hours, you're fine.
Really?
I've heard people do 24 hours. You could also do 250 for 2 to 4 hours.
I guess if you're having a party and you can plan that, then that's the way to go. Okay, what am I doing over here?
So you are going to fully submerge the
And I'm using tongs.
That looks even more fun.
So this is what we like to do. So at Salt Creek Grille, we have the mesquite grill. So we have live fire. So what we like to do is we like to keep a boiling cast iron of barbecue sauce. So this is hot. So this is boiling. So when we take those ribs right off the grill, we just dunk it. And so that is the messiest, the sloppiest. It is just the most perfect way to eat ribs.
And then the magic of TV. This is the final product.
Flash forward to now.
I'm going to try one of these.
Yes.
Do you want to grab one?
Yeah, how do I do it?
So you just tear them apart. So this is the thick one. So these are amazing.
Oh, I got...
So those are good. That's
hardly any meat.
It's actually the perfect way with your lipstick to eat.
Yes. So that way, that's the prettiest way to eat.
I love the sauce too.
Yeah, the sauce is really good. And then all of the accoutrements that you know you're gonna love. So coleslaw, baked beans with bacon. Then you have macaroni and cheese with more bacon. And of course, you can't go wrong with bacon wrapped ribs.
The bacon wrapped
veggies down there.
Yes, there is some corn. There's some mashed potatoes too. You gotta work in your vegetables somehow.
My husband keeps telling me that mashed potatoes are not like a true. I can't just have have that as my vegetable for dinner.
Well, it is a technically it's a root vegetable.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I will go to bat for you.
Okay, very much
I think it
appreciate it. And thank you for being here.
And for more information, thank you. For more information on Salt Creek Grille, check out our website, KCALnews.com, and click Seen on TV.
Let's go over to Amy Johnson. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups now to see what's coming up on the 10 at 10.